You are now listening to The Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Welcome back to The Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
And my name's Andrew. Today we're talking about 2009's Fast and Furious.
Number 4 in the series.
Number 4 in the series.
We are skipping over Tokyo Drift if you are following along with us as we are venturing through the Fast and the Furious series.
Boy, is this adventure. I feel like we're chopping through some thick, dense jungle here.
Hey, it gets fun. It gets fun.
It better.
It starts to... Just wait for the next one.
Spoiler review for my review at the end here, but... Yeesh.
It's okay. It gets better.
Best movie ever.
This one?
Yes. Absolutely.
Sure.
I don't know why Schindler's List won awards when this one should have won awards. I know they're very different years. This one should have taken some home.
I remember when this movie came out and the hype behind it, actually, because I was like, oh, Fast and the Furious is back.
Yeah, it's been 3 years?
Why is Han in this movie?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When did Tokyo Drift come out? It was like 2007?
Yeah, something in there.
Yeah. And then Too Fast, Too Furious was 2006, correct?
Nope, 2003.
Oh, that's earlier than I thought. Okay.
Come at me.
I don't care. I'm not invested in this movie series so far. Anyways, we're going to jump into some news topics. We're going to talk about
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain. Then we're going to dive into the new Fast Furious movie and some drama on sets. And then we'll take you into the 2-minute summary, the quiz question, before diving into... Do you want to do characters this time? I feel like we've done a lot of characters, and the characters aren't really changing.
We don't...
I'll do scenes.
No, there's some
we'll
new
do
characters.
what moments.
There's some new characters in this one.
We'll do scenes. Well, what moments? I was thinking, do you want to do cars?
Ooh, I wasn't really paying attention to the cars in this movie.
We'll start that next time. We'll do characters this time.
Okay. There's some new characters that are involved in this one.
Okay.
Han.
And there goes my number 1. All right. So this is number 1 news topic.
Splash Mountain shutting down.
That's crazy. What is it? 6 months ago that we first heard?
No, it's been some time now. It's
I've been
finally shutting down though. It's probably been rumored to shut down since 2020, I believe, with the Tiana.
Okay.
And I believe that they were going to shut it down in 2021, but they finally shut it down officially not too long ago here.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun on that ride. That's one of their best rides, in my opinion.
It is. And it's funny about it is that ride was the leftover parts and pieces from the another
Pirates of the
ride.
Caribbean?
No, I was going to say the Care Bear. Country Bear Jamboree. Can you imagine the Care Bears just in Disneyland?
Just like jigging along, dancing with it. But you know what? I'm here for it.
It was America something was the ride that they had or some sort of animatronic show. And those were leftover pieces from that.
No kidding.
And actually some of those animatronics have made it into other rides, like as Star Tours. You see web feet on one of the characters or on the robots for a duck.
Interesting. Huh. Did not know that.
But yes, it is shutting down. The roots of the ride are... Yes. But yeah.
Great.
Yeah, sure. No. But yeah, I really enjoyed that ride when it was up. It was just a fun, energetic ride. Get wet. Quick.
I rode that ride once with you. And, yeah, because the first time I went to Disneyland, it was completely shut down. Plus, it was pouring down rain. But, yeah, fantastic ride. One of their best.
You know, shout out to the cast member. There was one cast member that rode it that has been there since 2003 working that ride. No
kidding.
Yeah, he started probably as a high schooler or so.
20 years working one ride.
And it's finally shutting down. I actually talked to him this 2022. Talked to him in November of 2022. I said, hey, you've been on this ride for a while now. I was like, I come here maybe every 2, 3, 4 years. And every single time I've gone on this ride, you've been here. And he goes, yeah, I have been. He's probably like 40, 50.
Dang. Where's he going?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I hope the best for him, man.
He's a good cast member, so I hope they find a spot for him, unlike Alex.
Yeah. That Alex. All right, you want to jump into the next one?
Yeah, Fast and the Furious. So there is some beef between Jason Momoa and Jason Statham. And Jason Statham. I'm way off today. So Jason Statham is in the movie, but not Jason Statham. It is Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel and Jason Momoa are fighting right now. Vin Diesel is claiming that Jason Momoa is...
put in too much effort into the movie, apparently.
Yeah, and is the reason why the movie is failing.
Fun fact. If it's an action movie, if it's a sci-fi movie, whatever, if there's somebody chewing up the scenery, the audience is having fun with that. We're not griping against somebody chewing up the scenery, which seems to be Vin Diesel's only complaint.
The previews for this movie, I mean, it made me excited to see Jason Momoa in here. I'm like, ooh, he looks like a good villain for the series.
I'm kind of excited to finally get to that point just to see his performance.
Really quick side bunny rabbit trail.
Yeah.
I feel like now we are slowly developing these villains inside of Fast and the Furious. I know you haven't got to that point yet.
No.
But you are slowly going to see these main big actors, and I think it's becoming a thing now, kind of like when people play, per se, like a Batman villain or something like that. It's a big thing, or a Bond villain.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big thing. I think it's slowly becoming that in this series as well.
We're playing a Fast and Furious
villain.
character? Okay.
Villain, specifically.
Do the villains become part of the crew, generally?
Some of them.
Some of them? Okay.
So Jason Statham has, and rumor has it, John Cena has.
Oh. Interesting. I didn't realize that John Cena was in any of them.
Yes, I believe he starts in Fast 9.
Okay. Wow. Huh.
So, there we go. It'll be interesting to see Jason Momoa. I don't think he's going to be someone that's going to stick around, obviously, based off this beef. You should let us know in the comments. Who do you side with? Vin Diesel, the godfather of the series, or do you side with Jason Momoa? And the fact that he's just getting pooped on for probably doing a good job.
Yeah. I know who I'm voting for.
To be determined.
Rodney
Piper?
Butchered that.
Rodney Piper?
Rodney Piper.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to jump into that 2-minute summary?
Let's do it.
Go for it.
You're going to make me do it this time.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Vin Diesel is with his gang and decides to steal a whole bunch of gas during this time period. That's how the movie starts.
Hold up.
What?
Do you want to try speaking slower?
No, this is the 2-minute summary. We do not have time to speak slower. I must speak fast to get it in.
Speak slower.
Vin Diesel and his gang of hooligans have decided to steal gas from trucks as they are moving. Oh my goodness. And as they are doing this, why are you doing this to me? Anyways, basically what has happened is that we found out that Letty has died. Vin Diesel and Paul Walker both kind of attend the funeral. Vin Diesel from far away. Then they end up working for a cocaine smuggler, which at the end of this, or no, it was meth. It was meth.
It was meth.
It was meth. They work for a meth smuggler across the border. Paul Walker, though, was working for the FBI. Vin Diesel was just doing his Vin Diesel thing. What happens is that Mr. Vin Diesel is a wanted man from the first movie.
Yep.
If we can recall back to that. And Paul Walker's working undercover.
As per usual. Got a new haircut in this.
And most of the time after they make the run, the meth dealers do kill all the drivers that help them drive across the border. Letty was one of them, so they did kill Letty. And now Vin Diesel is trying to get his revenge on these people.
Minute 15 in.
And at the end of it, basically, Paul Walker is like, you know what? We got to do something right by Vin Diesel. He's trying to help us to bring down this meth dealership. And what happens is that Mr. Vin Diesel, or they go on the run because the cops kind of screw him over. The meth dealer kind of screws him over. Vin Diesel gets arrested, and Paul Walker busts him out in the end.
Dang, I think that's the closest call we've had.
That was a very bad summary, too, so that's okay.
I just about cut you off. You had about 2 seconds left.
That was a bad summary, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
I mean, I guess we'll get into it, but I can't believe they killed Letty off screen.
Yeah.
Like, they have the cold open with her in it during the whole stealing of gas, and then they go ahead and just kill her off screen, and then they're like, oh, yeah, here's a flashback of her being killed. Kind of. This just feels kind of dirty.
It does.
But anyways, that quiz question.
Yes. What you got?
So, did I close it? No. Okay. So, Vin Diesel originally wanted to make the fourth and films back to back, but Universal declined. So, wanting to see how the fourth movie is going to work out before putting in money for the fifth. But they did allow Diesel to put together an 18 minutes canon movie short, which is set in the Fast and Furious movie franchise. What is that short called?
Interesting question.
I'll give you a hint. The short introduces Leo and Santos and establishes Dom's friendship with Han,
Yeah, okay.
which was mentioned in Fast and Furious 6. Or, Tokyo Drift.
All right. So what's the first topic again as you rattled them off?
It was characters. Oh no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know what... We're going to go straight into characters.
Straight into characters. Number one's Han.
Ditto.
He just seems calm, cool,
Collected.
collective. He is.
Whatever comes his way, he's like, yeah, I got this, dude.
Yes. Han. Number one. Number two, another guy who is in other Fast and the Furious, Tego.
Tego.
He's one of the other drivers with the dreads.
Oh, gotcha.
Just a comic relief for that split second. There wasn't a lot of comic relief in this one. This one was more serious.
This was, and this movie felt mostly Vin Diesel, Paul Walker.
Oh, it was heavily Vin
And,
Diesel, Paul
like,
Walker.
no one else.
A little bit of Vin Diesel's sister in it. Mia.
But like,
Sprinkled
really
in.
not.
No, she is heavily sprinkled.
But as far as like plot goes, like there weren't other characters who were really supporting the plot. She was there to like kiss Paul Walker from time to time.
Yeah, I mean the FBI caught her at one point or brought her in. There was that.
But it doesn't really drive the plot, does it?
Sure, it was a side quest
Anyways,
for Paul Walker.
my number two. Did you say you're number two?
Yeah. Tego.
Okay, gotcha. My number two is, I'm going to butcher this name. It's going to be Stasiak,
Okay.
the cop that was antagonizing Paul Walker through the whole thing. And eventually, like, Paul Walker punches.
Yeah.
Remember Darby O'Gill in The Little People?
Yeah.
And there was that guy that was just antagonizing Darby through the whole thing.
Yeah.
This guy had that vibe for me.
A little bit.
Every time Paul Walker was in a scene, I'm like, where's this guy? He needs to be in it. I need somebody just bringing something to this. And I felt he did that job.
He was a little bit slowly of a comic relief as well, sprinkled in.
A little bit.
My number three is going to be the bad guy, villain, Campos.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I specifically am picking him for when it's actually brought out and known that he is the bad guy now.
Okay.
That when he's just the perceived lackey, he didn't really bring anything to the table, I feel like. But as soon as it was known, okay, he's the villain
a
now,
big guy, yeah.
then that's when his whole character changed, I feel like. His vibe changed.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because, like, as soon as the vibe changed, I actually really enjoyed him.
Yep.
And he didn't really have that vibe change until, like, the last 30 minutes.
Yep.
Which kind of sucks.
But that part of him is why he's my number 3.
Gotcha. My number 3 is, you've already called this, but Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah.
I know that we just said his name. Campos was the villain of the movie. I really feel like Phoenix was like the actual, like the anchor villain.
Yeah.
He's the one that kicked things off. He killed Letty. He's the one that they were running from at the very end, and he almost, killed Walker.
He's that boss in video games that's right before the big boss.
I feel like Campos was the Emperor and Phoenix was Darth Vader. Like that kind of, like
kind of
one's
vibe.
the muscle, one's the brain. And I just feel like Campos, the brain in this situation, like didn't have much interesting personality until like the last 30 minutes. And that's just not enough for me to like give him my number 3 spot, which is why I'm saying Phoenix, because that dude was just a villain to the core.
So for this movie, I feel like, it's literally one of those video games where it was like, when you're playing it and there's a villain or that last boss, like right before the big boss, and that boss is a lot harder than the big boss.
Yeah.
And that was Phoenix. He was a lot harder than Campos.
Yeah, totally agree. And 100%, I enjoyed Phoenix in this. I feel like he actually like brought something again to the table.
All right.
All right. Do you want to go into scenes?
Scene time. We're off to talk about scene.
What's happening?
The magical
What is going
wizards
on?
of scenes.
I'm so confused. Everything.
My number 1 is going to be the gas stealing scene.
Oh, the cold open.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I just enjoyed the new characters, the new crew, the new family that's in there. Just the introduction of everybody, the way they were going about it.
What a ridiculous scene too. He's trying to like time the acceleration right so he'll go under the oil tanker.
That's the start of the. I mean, there's always the what moments. I mean, maybe we should say that for the what moment.
We can.
But
We can.
I enjoy that scene.
Okay. My number 1 scene is going to be similar but different. It's actually when the chase at the very end, but only through the tunnels.
Okay. Vin Diesel's just wrecking everything.
He's just wrecking everything. Everyone's just plowing into walls. They're just finding like, false walls where there's just like wood that they can crash through into a new tunnel. All sorts of stupid, ridiculous things that I felt like was starting to get to the stupid level that I'm wanting from these.
Yeah.
It's not quite there. And that one scene like isn't enough to like redeem the whole movie, but that was fun. And a lot of like, I really wanted Vin Diesel to like turn and look at the camera and be like, now this is pod racing.
Because he knows what pod racing is.
I mean, yeah, it's 2009. Phantom Menace has been out for 10 years at that point.
Okay.
Dude, don't roll your eyes at me. You
Okay.
know it be true.
Because Star Wars exists in this series.
Do you think it doesn't?
Probably doesn't.
So wait,
In this world, it's about family, not about Jedi, Sandra.
so you're saying they go the whole series without referencing another movie?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Star Wars
So
doesn't
there's just
exist.
certain movies that exist in this, and Star Wars isn't one of them?
Correct.
Why?
Because it's about family.
And Star Wars is all about family.
No.
We're talking about
Star Wars is a bunch of...
the family of Yoda and Padme. We're talking...
Can we see that, please? Please.
I'm kidding. It's
Can that be a spin-off series?
I'm kidding about that. It's Yoda and Shmi.
But it's got to be a 1990 sitcom. Padme and Yoda.
No,
Please.
1990 sitcom of Yoda and Shmi. We're not kidding around. Anakin is Yoda's kid.
No, you sold me on the other one. Let's go back to that one.
Padme?
Yeah, Padme and Yoda. Let's go back to that one.
Okay.
That's what we want.
We're pretending that Jar Jar Binks exists, but Vin Diesel, like, isn't aware of Jar Jar Binks' existence.
It's about family, Andrew.
Okay. Look at Dom.
Family.
And
The
tell me,
leader. The Godfather.
tell me this dude doesn't have a Jar Jar Binks t-shirt somewhere.
He does not.
Tell me this dude doesn't have a Big Dog t-shirt somewhere.
He does not. All right. My second scene is actually going to be the first tunnel scene.
The first what?
The first tunnel scene.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a little bit suspenseful. Not as suspense as you want it to, but I kind of enjoyed it for the most part.
I gotcha.
I just kind of enjoyed
That first run.
Yeah.
Where they're like, where are we going? And all that.
Yep.
Gotcha.
He's like, you sure you know where you're going with the Dom, get back in line. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I gotcha. Man. So my number 2 is going to be the cold open.
So with the gas.
I'm going with the gas.
Yeah. It's a fun scene.
It's a fun scene. That actually got me excited for the movie. And then I saw the rest of the movie. So
Not the same.
yeah, I feel like the oil tanker scene was like shot for a different movie, and then they rewrote the script and like, oh hey, here's a new direction we're going in.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the vibe I got.
I think it would have been better if it was Paul Walker chasing down Vin Diesel for stealing the oil.
Agreed.
That would have been a better movie.
Or even if it was, here's a movie pitch idea. Get the jerk cop that I said was my, whatever, number 2 character. Get him going after Vin Diesel. Paul Walker trying to throw that cop off Vin Diesel's trail while being a cop. Similar but different to the first one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that would be good. Anyways, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be the end.
Just the credits?
Not the
Dude,
credits.
me too. Oh, crap.
Just when they roll up and and they break Dom out.
Okay. I like he got, 25 years to life?
No early parole or anything like that.
That sucks. Jeez, what scene? Man, there's like... I listed the 2.
I'm going to guess for you one of the cop scenes. The interactions with the comedy cop. Maybe the standoff at the end.
Honestly, no. Like, none of the other scenes, like, really stand out to me.
Maybe when Vin Diesel makes out with Paul Walker and...
Better movie, to be honest. Let's drop the sister.
The golf scene, maybe?
Golf scene?
The golf scene.
Oh, gotcha. You know what? No, I'll go with...
Galdot being introduced.
I'll go with... Oh, shoot. Yeah, this is going to be bad. But the Letty's death.
Ooh.
Because I got nothing else.
Okay. Which part? When like Vin Diesel's like running it in his head?
Yeah.
Okay. Like
yeah.
being Batman and
just remembering the death of my parents.
Basically like seeing everything going on in his head, and I'm just like, how do you know that was happening, Mr. Vin Diesel?
I'm not the hero that Southern California wanted. I'm the hero that Southern California needed.
Okay.
That's for family.
Hey.
I went hard into the Arnie.
Don't make fun of the family.
You know what? I will. It's stupid.
No, it's about family.
It's so stupid.
You're going to learn more about family in the next movie.
Good.
Hope you
All
enjoy
right.
it, sucker. Family.
Please, let's go to the wet scenes.
Okay.
Please, I'm begging you.
We're going to the wet scenes if you really want to bake. Actually, no. Let's get the baking going.
Please, RJ, I need the wet scenes.
Okay, we're gonna go there because I'm tired of that crappy baking. So, anyways, wet scenes. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
What? What was that?
All right, what scenes?
Yes, number one.
All right. So my number one is actually going to be Vin Diesel's timing for going under that oil tanker at the very beginning.
Okay.
I don't know what they were thinking, which is why it's in my what scenes.
My number one's gonna be the tunnels.
I gotcha.
The tunnel, just all about the tunnels.
Yeah.
How do you want not one of those cars like accidentally swerve? I mean, they had such a tight space. How do you not like accidentally? Because I do it once in a while. Like,
So this is actually my number two. I don't know. We're not supposed to really pair up like this, but yeah, no, tunnels are my number two. I would have loved for someone to swerve into one of the wood panels, thinking, "Hey, it's a false wall with a tunnel next to it," and just plow right into a wall. Just a hard rock wall.
that would have been great.
I see you're yawning. You're bringing the same energy this movie brought us.
Oh, jeez. My number two.
These movies are exhausting.
Is going to be the breakout.
This was an hour 47. It felt like 2.5 hours.
The breakout scene at the end is my number two. How do 3 cars, 4 cars, whatever it is, take down? Why is there only like 2 cops in the whole thing?
Right? For like a maximum security place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need like 4 or 5 cops, loaded guns.
Helicopters.
You probably should have had a cop car in front and cop car in back.
Batman.
For maximum security.
Yeah.
Rambo.
The Michelin Man.
RoboCop. Ronald McDonald.
The Hamburglar.
Yeah. Grimace.
Mr. Bean.
And to top it all off, Big Bird.
Nah.
Have you seen Big Bird in different countries?
Oscar the Grouch.
No. Hold the phone. Have you seen Big Bird in different countries?
No, but I'm looking it up.
He is not yellow in all the other different countries, and he has different names.
Wait, hold up. He's yellow?
That's right. Anyways. He is different in all across the world. Big Bird is not just Big Bird. He's got family, like Vin Diesel in this movie.
Oh, I found my favorite one.
Yeah, he's something else across all the countries.
This is good. Dang. There's a blue one?
He's like a green and red one.
That's crazy.
He is something else.
I like some of these better than the yellow one we got.
Oh, yeah, because you know it's yellow.
Because, yeah, I can actually see yellow.
Wow.
Wow, it's almost like I was making a joke earlier. Anyways.
Number 3.
Jeez. My number 3 is the list of producers the end credits. Because I'm like, people paid for this to be made?
Yeah? Yes, they did.
It's like, what?
Well, they probably thought Fast and Furious, why not? Let's bring this sucker back. About family.
And they didn't read the script and be like, let's leave this on the floor.
Oh, so it's a cash grab.
It is. Did this do well? I didn't bother looking.
Probably did. It probably did well because he threw out the Fast and Furious name. People are going to flock to it.
But this is the 4th movie. So, like...
I know some people, once they heard that Han was in there, that became a thing of, why is Han in here? He just died in the last movie. We need to go back and see why is Han here. Sorry, that was a little bit of a spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Dang. Okay. Yeah. This was a massive box office success. Never mind.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's your third what moment.
The official budget was 85 mil, which is honestly less than I thought, but okay. And box office was 360 mil. That's crazy. People paid 80 mil for this.
And there's your what moment.
What?
They had to buy the cars and the gas and the stunt drivers. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Gal Gadot. All right, what was that?
Apparently the composer had 3 days to record the music for this. And you know what? I can tell.
You know what? 3 days should not be a mistake anymore. Like, have you heard of the Top Gun? What happened
No, I
with One
haven't.
Republic?
No.
With Maverick?
No.
Basically, they had another band trying to do a song for the football scene in Maverick.
I have not seen any Top Gun movie, FYI.
Okay, so Maverick is actually pretty good. Star Wars, but good.
Okay.
Star Wars is good too, but this is good too.
Okay.
Both movies are good. But they had a football scene inside the shirtless football scene that everybody goo gaga over. One Republic came out with a song for that scene. What happened is they had a band, they sucked. Tom Cruise reached out to One Republic, said, "Hey, you have a night to record a song for us. We need it for this movie." And One Republic's like, "Oh crap!" And they put a song together real quick, and boom, there's a hit. The song's a hit.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's one of the biggest. I mean, it was overplayed on the radio.
Don't put musicians through that same night crap. It's
They-
ridiculous.
They did it though.
That's rough.
They probably had something in their back pocket ready to go.
I would hope so.
Me-
'Cause, yeah, recording like same nights, that's bad. That's a bad precedent to set.
Musicians usually have something in their back pockets that they just haven't released yet, and they're like, "Let's release it. Hope it's good." That's my guess.
Maybe.
All right.
Curious. I'll look about that later. Anyways.
Answer to the quiz question.
Oh, yeah. Answer to the quiz question. Hold up while I pull this back up.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Wait.
Nope, I don't want that. I want my quiz question back. What is my quiz question?
What was the name of the short?
That introduces Han and, well, friendship with Han and Dom. Clever. And Leon Santos. It was Los Bandolerios.
That was the name of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I was never gonna get that.
No, I know.
I was
But
never
anyways,
gonna
there's a 18-minute short movie by Vin Diesel out there. You can buy it on DVD.
I probably will not.
So check out How Are These Guys Friends? And you know what?
Just YouTube it.
You know what? 18 minutes is what the runtime for this movie should have been.
Just YouTube it.
Because I'm going to jump into the final thoughts.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to jump into my final thoughts.
Okay, what you rating it?
I'm rating this one.
Last one was a 2.
Yeah, I'm honestly saying 1.
1.
1. Opening scene, ton of fun. The tunnel chase, a ton of fun. The antagonizing cop, better part of a movie, but like, it's not great. This whole movie was just a drag and a bore and took itself way too seriously. The plot took itself way too seriously. It was trying to be like this serious, dramatic, like, oh, you killed my love of my life, so I need to avenge her. Like that kind of stupid, like, that's, who cares? This is a racing movie. Let's take it at that. And if you're going to do that, like, lean more into the fun side of things. Like, I hate saying it, but like Too Fast, Too Furious, which I did not like, at least had like a comic relief with Roman.
Yeah.
There was something there to like grasp onto. But yeah, no, this is bored. There's nothing there to grasp onto once you're past that opening scene.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Oh man, dude.
I was lower than the other one, but I gave it a 5 because it sets it up for the other movies.
Okay.
It sets it up for the other movies. It shows how Dom and Brian basically become family again.
Okay.
And that is very important for the next few movies.
I'm going to go out on a thing. And it's okay to like a movie. If you like this movie, totally go ahead. Love it. My thoughts. I'm just some idiot on a podcast. But should movies that are used to prop up other movies but don't work as a standalone, should they be rated as well as they do?
So
if we look at like some of the
Marvel series,
movies,
tons in the Marvel series, all
that are
over,
just thrown out there just to prop up like a new Avengers or
AKA the new Ant-Man.
Right. Or
let's reset the timeline basically in Marvel.
TV shows out there for Marvel used to like prop up
Loki
and the whole Quantumania Kang thing. Should those be considered as well, where their whole purpose is to prop up something else?
I think
and they don't work on their own.
If you look at it as a whole, as far as...
So if you're looking at it as a whole, would you rate it higher than if you looked at it as like a lone movie?
Alone, I would probably rate it lower.
Okay, so Fast and Furious, the movie we just watched. This movie by itself, how would you rate it?
The 3?
Okay.
There's some entertainment value there. Very little.
Okay.
But as a whole for the series, a 5.
Okay.
Because
I was just curious because you've brought that up on the last couple, where you're like, it's like Too Fast, Too Furious is like setting up for like something more, and it's like, okay,
sets up for Roman and Ludacris.
Right. But it's like, okay, but how's the movie itself?
Maybe I need to do two ratings for each movie moving forward. Maybe we got to do that.
I think you got to do that, just for some clarity, because like I haven't seen the whole series, so I don't know how this builds up at all. I'm going in completely blind. So when you're saying 5 out of 10, I'm thinking you're talking this lone movie.
Okay.
Is a 5 out of 10.
I'll do 2 moving forward.
Appreciate it.
We'll do 2 moving forward. Once again, I think this is going to be a thing throughout all these movies. Kids, no. Teenagers, watch with them, please. Once again, this is going to be a theme throughout these whole movies, so please don't think this is a kids movie at all.
No.
This whole series.
Teens are fine.
Maybe. Depending how young they are, how they act.
Yeah. How impressionable they are, I think, is a big point, but yeah.
All right.
If you like this podcast, be sure to hit that subscribe or like us or share with some friends.
It's all free.
Anything you can do to help support us is greatly appreciated.
All free.
All free. And until next time.
We out.
Man, so we got one more of these to go before it starts getting good.
No, the next one's okay.
Oh man. Okay, good.
Yeah, the next one you'll like.
Okay. Thank you.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes in.
Say who?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, phew. Finally. A good actor.
In Rio. Yeah, that's where they film.
Okay.
Finally a good actor.